So the Mesa October meeting, 1,674 people have watched that on YouTube. I don't know how it caught some kind of algorithm, but it just got caught. And that's not even counting Facebook. There were probably 300.
I hope you get some sleep somewhere along the
Before I got deleted.
Yeah, tonight.
So
Yeah.
I don't know why people are doing that.
No, I got time.
And then just overnight, it was over 200 when I looked this morning who watched it on Facebook yesterday's meeting.
If you believe the one that you voted, says 69 is down, then I think you did. Pardon? I said if you believe the weather, then 69 is down, then not supposed to be getting a lot. Not as much as. That's what I was saying.
How many times they call school that shit?
Make sure it's not legal in that His face.
I'd like to call the Dryden Township meeting to order. If everybody would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we don't take roll call. Here.
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 Is there anybody here for public time tonight? No. Move on for consideration for approval, the agenda. We have two things to add on letter E. We have police budget amendment, and F is township ordinance recreational vehicles amendment.
Can you tell me you again, I'm sorry.
E is police budget amendment.
Okay, thank you.
You need the other one?
Nope, got that.
I'll make the motion to accept the amended agenda.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next we have the minutes from our meeting of November 11th.
Motion to accept the meeting minutes from November 11th. Second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And then we have the payment of the bills.
I looked at them today, they look great, and I'll make a motion to pay it up.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Next we have correspondence, and you'll see we have the Pierre County EMS report in there. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Very colorful.
They do a lot of charts. Anything else, April?
No, we're good right now.
Next we have the treasurer's financial report.
I don't have anything to add to that. Reviewing CDs, interest rates are dropping crazy, so everybody's out there, gotta get some money is taken care of, better do it now. I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's financial report for November.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next we have the zoning administrator's report. Any questions regarding that?
Just been too busy.
He has been busy. Next is the committee reports. We've got the Dryden Fire Department report first.
So for the month of November, we had 33 calls. They range between 6 medical alarms, 13 ambulance calls, one animal problem, one domestic, one general fire, one illegal burn, one juvenile complaint, one officer call, 2 PI accidents, 1 structure fire, 1 suicidal person, 1 welfare check. Events for November, we attended the Emily City Tractor Supply Touch the Truck event. We provided 1231 and 1241. Tractor Supply donated $500, which was supposed to go to the auxiliary, but they wrote the check wrong, so it was the fire department. And we're using that to purchase the awards for this year. 1221 got new tires installed December 10th. Wednesday, November 19th, we attended a multi-department team building training in Metamora. The auxiliary purchased new traffic cones, which were put on 1222. The auxiliary purchased a new head nozzle, which was installed on 1221. We also did a special training at the high school. They got a new press box for the football field, and they donated their press box to us, so we were able to go up there and we did ventilation, search and rescue, and cut holes in the roof. And Saturday, November 29th, we had numerous events took place. We did a holiday painting party where people came in and painted doormats. We had pictures with Santa and the lighted parade. It was a wonderful turnout. Upcoming events, December 9th, which is today. We have 4 members that attended the Shop of the Hero, which is going on right now up in Myers and here. We took 4 kids this year instead of 2, so we got 2 families. And then January 10th is going to be Bill's retirement party. And after that is going to be our department Christmas party.
You sure handle a large range of items.
Yes.
Sounded like the police report.
Well, most of the time the police department's there.
Yeah, great team.
Awesome. Move on to the police report.
For the month of November, officers handled 323 calls for service. Of those, we had 69 traffic stops for the month. There were 12 citations issued to motorists on those traffic stops. We had 25 traffic crashes last month, which is quite a few. A lot of those were car-to-car crashes. 22 of those were property damage, and luckily only 3 were personal injury. Our Dodge Durango patrol unit that's currently being assembled is getting the finishing touches. Hopefully we need that. The push bumper has been backward, so that's going to set it back a little bit because there's front end pieces that they get layered when they get put together. You can't put the cart before the horse, kind of. So we kind of need that to button it up. So there's some configurations that need to be done with the electronics, and all that I'm hoping the next couple of weeks will get us that vehicle up and on the road. As I just stated, even though winter's starting, we're kind of clearly out of fall here. The deer are still very active. We've got a lot of car deers that happened. We had 18 of those in the township last month. So just try and be aware, slow down, dusk and dawn, things like that. So traffic enforcement remains a high priority for our officers. We're trying to be in those areas where there's problems, especially around schools, different things like that. Our vacation checks, our list is growing as it does every year. We get 50 to 60 homes on that in any given winter. So I encourage people, whether it's a weekend, a month, the entire winter, sign up with us. We'd be happy to check your place where you're going. We assisted on 18 medical calls and 2 fire-related calls for the month. Our Thanksgiving holiday went very well. Sometimes that can kind of be a transitional holiday for the police department. You know, there's families get together. Sometimes that's great. Sometimes it doesn't always result in great things. So alcohol is usually factors in that. So, but this year, great in the township. The police department assisted on the light parade that went very well with the fire department on the 29th of November. We had an insurance claim, unfortunately, on one of our patrol units. That claim has finally been finalized, and the amount of the check was deposited with the suit today. Currently, as he had just stated, our Shop with a Hero that Myers promotes every year is going on right now, and our school resource officer Greg Betts is up there with some children right now taking care of that. So that's a great event. I thank the first responders that take their time to benefit these families, and they're all area kids, whether it be our township, Lapeer County, in general, every department, police, fire, EMS in the county is involved in, and that it's a great thing. And you know, I'm pushing 25 years in this department. I think that Myers has done that almost every one of them, so it's pretty good. They're a great community partner in that regard. So, and other than that, I just have the agenda items.
Thank you. Well, right away, we've got the first thing on the agenda is the patrol unit. And we had one that was totaled, so we're replacing that. Do you have some bids for us?
Yeah, I mean, these are, some are bids that I've just gotten from the last one, and some that are close. They're all more than what I'm looking for in the 2026 Dodge Durango. The bid you see on that is $40,311 spec'd out the way we're requesting it. The pricing on the Tahoes is in the range of $57,000. I just don't think that's a good fit for us right now. The Silverados that are pursuit rated, you can walk out the door with those. A black only one right now through Burr Chevrolet around 50. The Ford Explorers are right in the same range. So what I'm, you know, when we did this a few months back, our priority was to gradually get that 2019 Charger out of our everyday patrol rotation, and now, unfortunately, because of that incident, we're back into that mode a little bit. So now we've got one to replace. So we've got obviously there's going to be a little shortfall between what the insurance is paid out and what a replacement unit will cost. Obviously, we can't buy another Charger; they don't offer those anymore. So, you know, but I feel like we've been smart with our budget. We you know, we don't plan for these things every year, but luckily we're in a position where we've been smart enough we can absorb a little bit. So, you know, financially speaking, I think we're in the realm where this shouldn't be a problem. So I'm just asking, I believe it was a couple of months the last time we ordered one, give or take. So I mean, we're probably looking at least that now, if we were to place that order. So I'm requesting that we approval to at least place the order for the 2026 Durango for $40,311. Do we have any questions?
No.
It's unfortunate that there's 3 of the cars that got caught in that deal too, so we're going through it. It is what it is. I'll make a motion to the purchase of the Dodge Durango for
$3,311.
I'll second it.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is the general approval for, appointments to the planning commission and the zoning board of appeals. We have, I'd like to reappoint Mark Couch to the planning commission and also to reappoint Matt Janik to the zoning board of appeals.
I'll make a motion to have them back. Appoint electronic and Mr. Kelly.
I'll second that. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And next on there is, Rhonda Kultz is on our board of review. And she would like to, step down as a regular member and be an alternate. And then I would like to appoint Dean Taylor for the remainder of her 1 year. She has 1 year left on that. So I guess you can make a motion to appoint Dean Taylor for her, to finish out her, and then appoint Rhonda Kultz as the alternate.
I'll make that motion to appoint Dean Taylor as replacement for the remainder of the term of Rod Calls.
I'll second.
And to make Rhonda an alternate.
And then Rhonda an alternate.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Probably think she can go on vacation now or something.
Yeah, she missed a vacation last year with her retired husband. And Dean has some, real estate background, which is good, so. And then next we have, the fire department approval of a new hire.
David Smith was brought to us by Dave Clement. He went through the interview process with 3 members of the department. They all recommended that we hire him. We then took his application and me and Jeff sat down with him and did the chief's interview. And we would recommend that we hire him as well. We think that he would be a big asset to the department.
Is he here tonight?
He is here tonight.
Can you stand up on?
Hello.
Hello, thank you.
He's not trained yet,
Yeah.
but he's eager to learn and
Well, good,
he's ready to go.
okay.
I'll make a motion to hire David Smith for the fire department.
I'll second. Thank you.
Is that?
Should we say pending? Yeah.
Pending,
Yeah.
sorry, pending.
Sorry, pending
his
background check and physical, yes.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next we have, the fire department approval for promotion. So, since our, fire chief had resigned in January, Ryan and I have been meeting with Daryl, since then at different times. And we feel that, he's been doing a good job and that he's ready to be fire chief. And, I don't know if the board, we just don't feel like we wanna go out for bid outside the department. And, so we bring to you our recommendation.
Yeah, Daryl's filled the role, of chief, actually, stepped up and filled in for the last almost a year, quite admirably, so, we definitely feel confident in his ability to, take on the role, as fire chief, so I would like to make the motion to appoint, Daryl Schultz as our new fire chief.
A second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Here, here.
we still have one more thing and then we'll take a little break.
But wait, there's one.
Yeah. So, and with that being said, Daryl would like Jeff Evans to be his deputy fire chief. And we are recommending that we hire Jeff as the deputy fire chief. And one of the things, and in that position, we feel like we should pay him $9,310.45 a year. And that was just through our, when we were looking at everything, there wasn't much difference between the assistant and the captain's pay. And I can't really recall why that is, but it's in there and there probably should be a little difference.
Right.
And
Yeah, so with Daryl taking on, you know, the fire chief position, filling in, you know, over this past year, Jeff has stepped up and taken on a lot of the responsibilities that what we call the assistant fire chief role, you know, over this past year. So, yeah, we would like to recommend to appoint, I make a motion to recommend to appoint Jeff Evans as deputy fire chief with the pay to be $9,310.45.
I'll second.
is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So, you know what, if you guys don't mind, we'll just hurry through the other stuff and then we'll stop and take our pictures and be in the way. Okay, how's that? Next we have the police chief budget. Because of the car being totaled, that came in as other revenue from the insurance company. And then we had to put it, in order to spend the money, we had to put that in the police equipment, so we had to adjust the budget. And we have a resolution here. So, yeah.
So we need a motion to accept this resolution.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution to increase the police other revenue, for $29,015.96, and then increase the, liabilities is, the police equipment line, 29,015.96.
I'll second.
Okay, you wanna take a roll call?
Hazen,
Aye.
English.
Yeah.
Hefner,
Yes.
Lowney.
Yes.
Smith, yes.
Okay. And next we have, in all Ron's work, him and Tim come up with something that's missing from our recreational vehicle ordinance.
I'll go through it really quickly. We have an existing ordinance that limits where you can park recreational vehicles. I didn't really change the content of where you can't park it, except the old ordinance had different rules depending on which zoning district you're in. The problem is this is not a zoning ordinance. So the only way you can have different rules for different zoning districts is if you pass it as a zoning ordinance, and this was never passed that way. So I took out the references to different zoning districts. I added some provisions to clarify the enforcement. They can do a misdemeanor ticket. They can do enforce it by somebody designated by the township board, including the zoning administrator, and they can also go to court with a civil action and get injunctive relief and clean up costs and hopefully if the court will approve, place the expenses in the tax roll. I also added a technical provision that says if one of the provisions is declared invalid, the court could still enforce the rest of the ordinance. And we indicate the ordinance will take effect 30 days after publication, which is pretty standard for these kinds of ordinances. So we're recommending that we approve this amended recreational vehicle ordinance as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the recreational vehicle amendment as presented.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is there anybody else for public time?
Thanks for doing that work, Tim.
Okay. Now don't leave yet, because we'd like to take some pictures, and if all the fire department people would stay and get in the pictures, we appreciate it. and there's some cookies over there. So I'll adjourn the meeting at this point.
Then you got something. Yeah.